Welcome back to Vintage Survival here on Heavy Metal Gaming. Overnight, the other grass field, number 59, came up for contract doing hay, the same as we were doing on the previous two fields and field 60, which we are doing with this one now. And there we go. We also own this bit of land right here. So I thought it would be a good use of our time to cut what little bit of grass is here as well in preparation for probably plowing this up and turning it into yet another small field. We have talked previously about doing that with the land across the road there by the lake, and I will probably still do that. However, it has a lot of small trees dotted all over it that we will have to clear out. Not that that's really an issue, just something to be aware of as we proceed forward with, whatever we're going to do. Alrighty. So I did start this off, if all went well, with a time lapse for you guys, so that you didn't have to watch me doing all of the work again. We probably will focus on other things once we get the odd areas done, because we can put all of the workers, even the baler, on. Sorry, I'm being distracted by a fruit fly, and I missed him with the bug zapper. Darn it! I have a bug zapper fly swatter that I'm trying to get him with. Oh, did I really just do that with the... This isn't the most clean set of windrows, but that's alright. So the tractor with... Oh yeah, he's tearing it up. He's not waiting at all, is he? I was going to say, with the tedder, should be getting some work done as well, but he's not getting some work done. He's getting all the work done, which is fine. That's what we want. I did, as you should have seen, swap balers, so we shouldn't have any more. There is some grass off the field right there. I thought so. I thought I saw some. We shouldn't have any more bales pinging everywhere. Alright, let's see what we can do about grabbing this a little bit. There we go. Now let's trace back over that. One more time. And due to the baler change, of course, our money has gone down. Well, let's not fight with him over who gets precedence here. As I try to back up straight. Just far enough. Perfect. That worked. The new baler should be really, really good for us. I hope. But we will, of course, find out. I've used it before, so it should be. The only reason that I went with the other one is because it was 5,000 versus almost 20,000. There is a Massey Ferguson one that's cheaper that I've never tried before, but it produces the same size bales. It, however, does not have the rear hitch for towing the wagon behind it. Maybe we'll give that a shot anyway. just as a equipment test, we will, I don't know, break our no rental rule and rent it for a couple $100 and test it out just to see. In fact, I like that idea, so I might do that. We will, however, be keeping the John Deere for the remainder of this particular series. Alright. I would like to pull this onto the two fields before I get the tedder going on the other field. Because once I put these guys on course play, they won't care one whit about what's off the fields that I'm trying to grab from the edges. That's the only reason why we're doing this manually. Alright, I think that's enough explanation about what we're doing. I've rambled on for over 6 minutes already. Oof. So I will let you guys go, and I will bring you back when we're doing some actual work. Okay, I had the pickup truck bring this little Massey Harris / Massey Ferguson / just Ferguson baler over so we can give it a test out. The thing is tiny. Tiny. Alright, so let's turn it on. We'll lower it down. Was I just fast baling right there? I gotta try that on a long row. Definitely meant for small tractors. But that's okay. We don't mind that. Alright, so we need to get one more complete bale out of it, and then we'll call it good and return it to the store. Whoops. It's very easy to go over that one bale on these. Let's see, can I get it? Oh. I'll just throw that 14 liters away. So we shut it off. We push the eject button. Those roll out. Perfect. And we will just go here to balers. I have not sold that yet. I forgot to, I guess. And we'll just sell this direct from here. Alright, perfect. And once again, I shall see you guys at a later date. Oh, there is one flaw with the baler. I knew I was forgetting something. I go here in the store. This is it. And there you go. The tongue falls through the floor. It does that in some places. There's the Ferguson version, and then there's the Massey Ferguson version. It's the Massey Ferguson 12. So, I was testing with just the basic Massey Harris. But they're all the same other than the paint and decals, so it's all good. Alright, I'm going to get back with it. And we are back. I did skip the plowing of our tiny little new field here, obviously. But I thought I'd bring you guys back for the planting. We are going to put corn in this field. You might be wondering why corn. It's a pretty tiny field. You're not going to get a huge amount of corn off of it. And you're right, if I was harvesting it as corn. However, lower please. Thank you. However, we have some vintage forage harvesting equipment, and we will be forage harvesting this. And of course, if you're forage harvesting, that means you're doing silage, right? So we're gonna forage this for silage and have our cattle fed. That is where I decided I'm going to go with this series, is into a small cattle farm. We're going to feed them corn silage out of a silage pit and hay. We are not going to do TMR. I have not found a vintage feed mixer that I like yet. So at least for the beginning, we aren't going to do TMR. It may come. For now, however, I want to get this done, as we are already have burned quite a lot of the day. As you can see, it's almost 4:30 in the afternoon, and we're only just getting to this. The 2 contracts are done. I have not accepted payment yet, but they are done and delivered. And we have quite the trailer load of hay bales left. Damn it. I was trying to get that fly again. There's apparently 2 of them, because I did get one earlier while I was off camera. And I don't know why they're up here. I don't have anything in my office that fruit flies or gnats, whichever one it is, would be interested in. That I'm aware of, anyway. I mean, I do drink sweet tea, but I have not spilled any. I don't really drink soda anymore, or pop, depending on where you're from. I've grown up calling it both, even though here in Michigan we mostly call it pop. I used to be a real heavy Coca-Cola drinker, but I gave it up. Now pretty much the only time I have Coke is when I absolutely have to have some caffeine on the road, and the store that I stop at doesn't have my tea, because I will not drink the nasty Pure Leaf made by Pepsi, and not just because it's made by Pepsi, but because it's nasty. Even what's supposed to be the unsweetened tea tastes like it has raspberry in it. I don't like raspberry flavoring. I like raspberries fresh. I do not like chemical raspberry flavoring. So Pure Leaf to me is nasty. I drink Gold Peak. It is purely coincidence, and I didn't even know when I started drinking it that it's a Coca-Cola product. I don't have that sort of brand loyalty. I have brand loyalty to Coke out of the colas. I won't drink Pepsi. I won't drink RC. I will only drink Coca-Cola. For those who claim they are not any different, you're wrong. Pepsi is a lot sweeter, but Coke has a bite to it that Pepsi does not. And that's why I like it. Alright, that was nice and easy. So yeah, anyway, long story short, that's the only time I drink Coke anymore, is either with whiskey and Coke, or rum and Coke, or as an emergency caffeination source. Alright. We'll let him run off with that. I need to get this other one. So, there's no like empty pop cans up here or anything like that would attract them. I shower every day. The dogs shouldn't be attracting those sorts of bugs. But maybe they are, and I just don't know about it. Hard to say. But it's driving me nuts. I don't know if I should even bother taking this back. If I'm gonna plow this up, it'd be good to mow it first. even if it's to turn into silage. And I think I own all the way up in here. Wrong map. Kinda. I would if I owned that. Unfortunately, I own this goofy strip, but I don't own where I'm actually parked. That's unfortunate. Do own the sawmill and all around it and everything. But yeah. I could start here and work down here, get rid of all the small trees. I don't know what that's actually like over there. Huh. Yeah. Boy, even the small forestry plots are pretty expensive. Still cheaper than a small field, but not by, well, maybe. So that's 1.3 acres. That's 1.48 acres. Actually, the forestry is more expensive per acre. No, it's not. Bigger acreage. I need to go to bed apparently because I'm not able to brain. Yeah, they're about the same per acre. Alright, so yeah, the general plan is still to do what I talked about as far as using this space here on the corner for our cows. That's where the pen will live. And yeah, now that I own that, I can do some corn silage out of it. I will probably plant one of my other fields as corn silage as well, but I don't know yet. Huh. I don't know what's on that plot. A farm, maybe? That's the big farm. I mean, we could go for that as our final goals, owning the big farm. But we'll see. It's quite expensive, and if I own it, I want to own Field 38 as well. So that makes it even more expensive by 50%. Of course, I could skip that farm and go for this one. I might have to look into that and see what is on each of the two farms. If I own this farm, I would probably want to own that field or one of those two fields. Oh. Alright. That's not really important right now. Ooh. Actually, this is the one we should go for. It has two big old silage pits if my eyes are not deceiving me. Let's check that out real quick, just as a check. I don't know what else to call it. Yep. And there's already cows here. Oh, man. Junk. Are they silage pits? They are, and they're huge. We could do a lot of silage in a pit like that. Kind of like this style, too, where it's just aggregates. I can't pick these up, but yeah. Nice gate at the back. Really, we don't need two pits, though, do we? Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I guess if we're going to check out one farm, we should check out the other, right? Nice bale storage shed there, though. And yeah, I can't open that, but that's a cow barn. And that's a cow barn. And then that one and that one are equipment sheds. And there's a silo. And another equipment shed with a fuel tank. And I'm guessing that's probably a repair bay. It's a pretty nice farm. But no house. No farmhouse. Well, that's just awkward. Not that we need a house. Let's be fair. Alright, so that is what I would call an auxiliary cattle farm. this one is a piggy farm. I don't want to do pigs. So that pretty much settles it. We're going to do the cow farm. Glad I looked. Alright, let's teleport to one of our vehicles. We can shut that off. Alright, but there you guys can see that's... We should have had a little bit more left, but I accidentally put a little too much into the trigger because I got button push happy. And yeah, whoops. Still, that's more than half of a trailer load. I'm alright with that. And I think that's where we're going to leave it. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. As always, I will see you on the next one.